Yeah, no, it was great. It was an amazing experience. I mean, I did 2 seasons of a Disney show beforehand, and that was like, it was Disney, but it was TV, but it was like nothing to this comparison until you get there and get to a set of about 200 crew members, 200 people,
at least.
And then they're all looking at you for that take, and everyone, the director, the producers, everyone like is looking at you, staring at that. Like, it's just a different experience. It's a bigger, and you're on the location. You're not in a studio. So I think that was just being thrown in the deep end was the best fun I had. And then you get to shoot guns and ride bikes. And
you got to shoot
guns.
Oh
yeah, I did.
Ride bikes.
Yes, your character did. That's right.
I rode on the back of your bike.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like a girl. I remember that.
I didn't write the script, alright? I didn't write the story. Yeah. Tomorrow was amazing. My last job, I actually did City Homicide after that. It was very different. Like, coming off Tomorrow, where you've got a massive, you know, crew that you've got all the time in the world, where you're shooting, you know, a few, you know, scenes a day and stuff, and then you're going on to City Homicide, where you're shooting like bang, 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 like that, and it's like, okay, you're blocking, now you're rehearsal, and you're shooting, and you're like, what? Hang on, do I get to go back to my green room, relax for a while, like get trailer, you know? So it was a very, very different pace of filming.
Yeah.
But both of them were really great. Like, I mean, it's you know, as an actor, you got to be able to adapt, and I think, you know, you always should be prepared. So you don't come to set and do your work on set and use the time then. You come on set prepared, and, you know, whatever they ask you to do, you need to be able to adapt to it. So
how did you get the role for Tomorrow When the War Began?
Yeah, I was in Hong Kong at the time, and when they did the whole, you know, nationwide search and all that, I didn't hear about it until afterwards. I just happened to get an email saying, you know, that Tomorrow When the War Began was doing auditions, and I was like, what? I need to get seen for this. And I mean, well, I read, you know, like you were saying, everyone in Australia has read the book. I was about to say America.
Yeah.
No, they haven't. They've seen Red Dawn though. But yeah, everyone in Australia's read the book, including me. So I was like, you know, I knew there was this Asian character in it who I could play, and I was like, I'm perfect for this guy. So I basically looked it up myself. I didn't have a proper agent at the time. I did all the, you know, dirty work myself and emailed everyone that I could find their emails, going, this is my CV, this is my headshot. And I was really lucky. They actually sent me the scene and go, you know, tape it and we'll look at it. Which I did, and then...
it wasn't luck, your hard work. You went out there and hassled everyone.
Well, yeah, I chased it. I chased it down.
Yeah.
You know, and I was meeting people in Hong Kong, and I had the right people helping me film it and all this, and I can say it now because I got the role. But you know, I had producers and directors helping me, but we made it look like a home video. It's like, yeah, I just taped this myself, you know.
So you actually put the audition on tape and sent it to
I sent it through to production, and they liked what they saw, and they asked me to come down to Sydney for an actual meet and greet with Stuart, who's the director and the writer, and the producers. So it was cool. It was a dream come true.
That's pretty amazing that you didn't have an agent as well, and you just literally made something of, because people tend to use it as, I don't have an agent, therefore I'm not working, or I can't do anything.
Excuse. Everyone has an email address. Everyone, like, for Tomorrow, they were like, and because we were both ethnic roles, I mean, it's harder to cast because of the ethnicity is required, you know. So to get, that doesn't limit you to just that, but any role, everyone's got an email. Every casting directors, they're looking for the right person. They don't know what they want, and so
exactly, yeah.
Kudos for Chris, because he wouldn't be here if he didn't do that.
That's it. How'd you get on Tomorrow?
Not as
I saw you on the screen.
Like, that's the guy.
You were wrong.
I did the work and, you know, read the book about 4 times before I went into that audition, which wasn't easy because it's a long book by my standards. I feel like 2 days, like, read the book before, yeah. But I actually auditioned with one agent, and and then I didn't hear anything, and I changed agency, and they were like, yeah, come again. You know, my agent's like, I've got this film. They started casting again for my character because they hadn't found anyone. This is like months after. And then they're like, yeah, we'll see Dennis again. And then I got in for a second time, and then through that, I got the part. And mine was a bit like over 2 weeks. It was like a Tuesday I went in for the audition. The Friday they were flying me up to Sydney. And then the next following Tuesday, I found out I got the part. So it was like a week.
And yeah, we got cast last.
I think both of us were like this because like Caitlin went through arduous process of being cast. But yeah, I mean like so mine's not that interesting compared to Chris's. Doesn't have a moral to the story. I just auditioned and then went through the process. But that was the process was like audition next as a producer and director, and then after that they made the decision.